So the universal energy access target is set for 2030 under SDG 7 with the United Nations. So that's what folks are expecting, but it's not clear that that might actually happen. But if you think about the energy transition, there's over 1 billion people in the world that don't have access to clean energy or to energy at all. And if on top of that you stack the amount of people that don't have access to reliable energy or clean energy, that you can start to see where the energy transition is taking place, particularly in emerging markets. So if you look at the market opportunity that there is for clean energy access, it's massive. And we've started to look at the investment landscape here. And investment is growing quite significantly. So we've seen over $500 million invested in 2018, and the sector is starting to mature. And as a result of that, as the electricity demand and demographic changes happen in emerging markets, we'll start to see sort of efficiency gains in those markets as well.
So if you're an investor looking at the world, and you travel to, like I don't know, remote villages in South Sudan or Niger or Congo,
sure.
What's the upside? There's no need for industrial energy in those areas. What's the upside to providing electricity to remote villages in those parts of the world? Or is there no upside and therefore they have to be self-reliant?
So the value proposition of off-grid solar, for instance, is displacement of kerosene and traditional biomass. So there actually is a pretty compelling value proposition there for the companies that are providing off-grid solar.
And like, who's going to pay for that? Presumably the expectation from the UN is that governments will be responsible in large part for meeting funding gaps on this.
In some parts, yeah. So if you look at the sort of estimated funding gap between now and universal access in 2030, the rough estimate is about $625 billion. Now that includes grid infrastructure upgrades, grid-based generation upgrades, off-grid solar, mini-grids, everything in between. So that's a holistic number. But some of the estimates show that over half of that could actually come from off-grid and mini-grid solutions.
And just in terms of the consumption per capita, I'm wondering where the predictions come from, in the sense that you want to have the world to have electricity by 2030, that's a UN goal. But someone in the United States might have dozens of appliances around their home. Someone in a remote village in, let's say, South Sudan needs a light bulb and something to power their cell phone so they can maintain a business. Where do you find the estimate for personal or household power consumption that is going to be useful?
So again, it depends on sort of basic needs, right? So a lot of these business models start with a basic electricity connection. They're quite small. They, like you said, they power a light bulb or cell phone charging or a few small, very highly efficient appliances. But the idea here is that these business models allow customers to sort of upgrade their systems over time as their demand increases. And that means they can add additional panels or additional batteries or additional appliances. And part of what we're starting to see is that some of these strategic investors have started to look at how much sort of value can you stack on top of that basic electricity connection. How deep does that really get?
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.